From Newport on the Levee, Fox 19 and the Cincinnati Bengals present Bengals Now. Sponsored by Wendy's, Jake Sweeney Chevrolet, CareSource, Shelf Genie, and Newport on the Levee.
Welcome into another wonderful episode of Bengals Now. I am Jeremy Rao. He is Joe Daneman, and we need someone to protect us tonight. It's lineman night on Bengals Now.
Offensive lineman night today. Right up here on stage, let's bring up our first guest. First time ever on Bengals Now. First year Cincinnati Bengal, Dalton Risner, making his way to the stage. Big man, big stage. Dalton, what's up? Thanks for being here. Go ahead, grab a seat, grab a mic. All right. And we're going to talk about you. Okay, so what an awesome story you are to show up in Cincinnati just days before the season starts, and then you're thrown right into it, and here we are, 12 weeks into it. What's it been like your first year in Cincinnati?
You know, it's been great. First of all, shout out Who Day. Appreciate you guys.
Who Day.
100%. You know, I got here and I was thrown in. It's crazy. It was like August 29th or September 1st. I was in my pool. I was working out, of course, doing all the things. The Cincinnati Bengals call, and 6 days later I find myself in the dog pound. Myles Garrett lined up over me, Malik Collins, Mason Graham, all these guys. So it all happened really quick, but that's why you play the game. You got to stay ready. I came here because I want to be a player. I want to play for the Cincinnati Bengals. So getting thrown in right away, it's been a blessing. It's been a heck of a ride. It was great to win in the division last week at the Ravens. Sure you guys appreciated that win last week. We're going to try to keep that going, but I feel like I got Cincinnati run through my veins, man. I'm loving it here. Been to Skyline 3 times.
Three times.
I keep getting them chili dogs, man.
Yes.
Ooh, gosh.
How about
Addicting.
I'm above 320 now. We got to chill.
Man, you know, it's funny. We get all these, like, big-time receivers and stuff out here, and they're like, we don't like Skyline. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. This is a real man right here, huh?
It's a real man.
Right?
You're dang right.
Love it. Look, we're going to talk about your journey this season, but you mentioned it. This team right now is a big-time talker. When you have Joe Burrow as your quarterback, you go on big-time sites around the country. There's a headline that says, what if the Bengals can do this? Win the division, make a run, somehow get in. How much belief is there inside that locker room now with Joe Burrow back that this team can do something special?
There's a ton of belief. I mean, what we've done is, hey, we got to take it one game at a time. When we played the Ravens last week, we weren't worrying about the Buffalo Bills or the remaining 5 games on the schedule. We were focused on the Baltimore Ravens. So this week, it's all about the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are enough to handle. We don't need to be worried about anyone else. And we're going down to their place. Probably going to snow. It's going to be cold. That's their element. But good thing it's all our element too. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
But I think what we have to do, the method to our madness, man, to make this run, do what we want to do, is take it one game at a time. That's what we've been doing. That's what we did last week, and continue to build, man, and focus on us in that locker room, the belief we have, and we have it. That's for sure. There's a lot of belief in there.
Yeah.
You said you were in your pool when the Cincinnati Bengals called.
Not literally, but maybe 15 minutes before.
You told the story of everything you were doing to stay ready, because at that time teams were in training camp, and you were in Florida at your home, but every morning it was your garage.
Yeah.
It was that little strip of grass over by the mailboxes. Can you share the audience what you were doing every morning to make sure you were ready when you did get that call?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for me, I come from a 1A high school. There's 16 guys on my football team, 28 people in my graduating class. So to be in year 7 in the NFL, I feel extremely blessed. I would have done anything as a kid to wear a Cincinnati Bengals helmet, and now I get to wear it, and I get a block for Joe Burrow and Chase Brown and Jamar Chase. So if you guys ever see me downfield picking guys up or whatever, it's because, man, I really do. This is a blessing. I do not take this for granted. So every day, I'm a kid chasing a dream. So I'm waking up, I'm doing the 45 to an hour lift in my weight room in my garage at the house, and then I'm putting on the cleats. I'm walking down to the only strip of grass in my neighborhood, and it's right where, a lot of the elderly people walk their dogs at 6 a.m. in the morning, and a lot of them like to just stop and stare at me and let their dogs poop while I'm doing my run-through drills, and people are getting their mail, and they're like, who is this 6'5", 320-pound man grunting, running tearing up our grass with his cleats? But, it's that stuff that I did that I think paid off and allowed me to show up here and 4 days later go start in an offense that I had never been around, players, coaches that I don't know, I think that unseen work really mattered for me. I mean, I even had a guy walk by me one time and he said, "That's a heck of a fantasy football league you're in, isn't it?" He had no idea who I was, and I just took it on the chin. I'm like, "Yep, if you had any clue, buddy."
That's
but
right.
you know, it is what it is.
Man, that is incredible. Look at Daddy, what's that giant man doing?
Don't worry, son. He's in fantasy football
That's
league.
it.
That is
really into
that is
fantasy
a
football.
great picture of what you were going through. And even this season, Dalton, like, you know, players get banged up. There are times where it was like Dalton's going to start, Dalton's not going to start. And now here you are. It feels like in a lot of ways, from my opinion, Dalton, you have solidified yourself as a reliable starter on this team. But there's a journey even within a season, a guy who came out of nowhere, playing week 1, and then working your way back. How do you stay locked in through all that, and how difficult has that journey been at times?
Yeah, well, I really appreciate that, man. Truth be told, you know, I came in, I played against Cleveland, it was great, but week 2 against Jacksonville, I didn't play up to my standard. And this is the NFL, man. None of you guys have to feel bad for me in the crowd, you know, because it's just how the game works. But I didn't play well enough, and I was benched, man. That's how it goes. And truth be told, that time, that 3 or 4 weeks that I had, when I went to play the Browns and the Jaguars, I'd been in full pads. I'd wore shoulder pads once or twice in the last 8 months. I mean, the last time I had worn full pads was with the Minnesota Vikings in our playoff game.
Yeah.
So there was and there's no excuses for it, but I just needed some time to get back to playing like I can. So when I got back and Fairchild got a little bit banged up at left guard, I got the opportunity to play 2 games at left. I played really well, felt like I was back to myself. And then Rivers got a little banged up in the Pittsburgh game, so I've been able to play these last 2 games, and I feel like I'm playing really high-level football. So,
Yeah.
And honestly, this isn't just because he's here, but like Ted Karras as a center, man. I mean, I was telling him he's one of my favorite centers I've ever worked with. The level of professionalism and just the type of center that he is, I feel like has elevated my play. And it also helps when you have a freak of a human being and Amarius Mims next to you, or Orlando Brown. And just the coaching staff, Zac Taylor, Pitch, down to Scott, to Mike. I mean, there's just a lot of people that help this thing go around I'm grateful for. And playing good ball, got to keep it up though, man. I'm not entitled to anything. The way I look at it is I get to play against the Buffalo Bills and be a Cincinnati Bengal, and that's good for me for the week.
Okay, I have 2 questions here I want to take you back to. You're from Colorado. Okay, tell me, first question, is it true that you were in John Elway's restaurant when John Elway called you on draft night to say you were being drafted by the Broncos?
So, you know, it sounds so much cooler to just let you run with that, but it's very close. I was in the hotel I was in the hotel that John Elway's restaurant is in.
Okay.
And I had John Elway's restaurant catered to our room where
Not
the party
bad.
was going on.
Okay.
He then proceeded to say, "Hey, feel free to go downstairs, hang out with your family on me." As soon as I told him where I was, because he was like, "Hey, you got to get your playbook, whatever." I said, "Coach, you know, I'm already here, man. I'll just walk
Amazing.
down the street to Dove Valley. I'll be ready to go." So, yeah, really cool memory for me growing up. My family was huge fans of John Elway, so when he called me, it was pretty special.
Okay, the other part of you being from Colorado, you grew up on a ranch. You had a lot of cattle, pigs, horses.
Yeah.
Are you stereotypical country strong?
Well, I tell you what, man, I'm not the strongest in the weight room. You did your research. Like I said, from the town that I come from, I mean, I grew up, I rode bulls, I barrel raced. We had 30 head of cattle. In the summers, I was putting up barbed wire fence. I was riding horses, riding bulls, feeding pigs, feeding chickens, feeding horses, you name it. So I've always liked to, you know, equate it to, hey, man, I got that farm strength. You know,
Yeah.
you might not look, my biceps might be 18 inches around, but, you know, screw it. When I get out there on the football field, I'll make it happen.
All right, so the question is, do you drive a truck?
I do.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you like
Easy
country,
question,
Do you
man.
like country music?
Love country music. Toby Keith, George Strait, all them guys.
Okay. Do you and you don't have a lot of time because you're a pro, you're very busy. Country concerts. Have you been to a couple, a few? Is there a favorite 1 or 2 that you've been to?
Man, that's really good. Me and my wife went to the Tortuga Festival down in Miami this last year. And who was the headliner? It was Keith Urban, which some might put him on the fringe of country music.
I like Keith, though. I
But
like
growing
Keith,
up
yeah.
for me, my mom was a big fan. So
Okay.
I'm like, I got to go there for mom. But Jordan Davis was there. So
Okay.
there was a lot of like those new up-and-coming artists that
Yeah.
have been there a while. So Jelly Roll was there.
Okay.
Yeah, so there were some really good country
You go back in
artists there.
time, and is there any Diamond Rio in your Rolodex?
Oh, come on, Diamond Rio. You're really throwing it back. But, I mean, I like to throw it back to, like, the Clint Black,
yeah.
you know,
George
the Doug
Strait.
Stone,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
geez.
know, Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah.
Like those are my guys. Like if we
Okay.
could really throw it back, 80s and 90s country is where I like.
See, that's what I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
You say you're country strong.
Yeah.
It sounds like you are. Okay, now you're
Yeah.
validated.
Oh,
All
I
right,
appreciate
all
it,
right.
man. Joe
Yeah.
Diffie, I can keep going, man.
No,
Throwing
no,
it out there.
we're good. We're good.
All right, before we take a break and bring out Ted Karras, and Ted Karras, you're wearing his hat for the Cincy Hat Foundation. I want to ask you about yours, the Risner Up Foundation. Can you tell us why it's so important to you and the message you're trying to get across with your foundation?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you asking. When it comes to the Cincy hat, man, I tell Ted I'm his biggest advocate, man. This hat doesn't come off. I always got it on. But for my foundation, man, what's always been important to me is the impact that I have on people off the field is far more important than anything I could do with football. I mean, I grew up in a family where I had Christmas presents dropped off on my doorstep. I remember snakes living in our house. I mean, we did not have very much. My mom and dad worked so hard. I'm one of 5 boys, and they needed a lot of help. So I always promised myself, like, man, if I can do something with my life and be able to be put in a position where not only can I make some money, but can I have a platform, I'm going to do good with that.
Yeah.
And it's always just been a huge goal of mine to make sure that not only do I help other people financially or with my time, but with the platform I have, take advantage of it and help others.
Let's hear it for Dalton, guys. I mean, an A-plus human, an A-plus guest. We're just getting warm here on Bengals Now. Ted Karras with us next. Stay with us. We are back here on Bengals Now, and it's time to bring out Ted Karras, a longtime captain for the Bengals. And like I said, a Bengals legend already for what he's done in this city. Joining the show, Ted, dap it up, grab a mic, you know the drill, and grab a seat. All right.
This year.
Yeah,
how
let's
about
go,
that,
Ted.
Huh? Are they more cushy than usual? Okay. All right. Okay, rocking the Cincy hat, rocking the
course.
Cincy hat. Let's start with that, Ted. You have been here now for a minute.
Yep.
You're a longtime captain for the Bengals already now. This Cincy hat movement is incredible. I know a lot of people have heard about this. If you're just tuning in, why is it so special to you?
Well, I think it's special for a lot of reasons. Number one being all of the proceeds of it go to building infrastructure for adults with Down syndrome and autism. We give 2 full scholarships to UC to 2 young women with intellectual disabilities. And I think one of the most special parts about it is that we never set out to do any of this. This was a complete organic reaction from the Cincinnati fan base. I think it exemplifies how generous this town is and how excited they are to support something that's good and involved with the Bengals.
So when you get a new teammate, is that job one for you to walk up with like 5 hats and deliver them to them?
It depends on who it is.
Yeah.
A big thing I like to do is I do like a little handwritten note with hats after
Nice.
a rookie plays in his first real snaps. Or if we sign a big free agent, I'll just go straight up to him and give it to him. But my big landmark one is a little note, little congratulations. Here's a Cincy hat. You played your first real ball, son.
Do you know how many different designs of the hat you have now?
Gosh, I know we've partnered with over 120 different
Wow.
organizations. I would say different SKUs. We're probably reaching about 500, maybe 600.
Incredible.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
I mean, I feel like I go to a local school, Ted, and almost every school in the area is wearing some kind of Cincy hat in their colors. It's
That
incredible.
was a really cool addition this past year and a half from
Yeah.
one of our main contributors, Ashley Eastman, because the way we wholesale them to schools, not only we make a little bit of money, but they can also sell that to provide to any of their projects or programs that they do. So it's like kind of a double whammy. So I'm really proud of that.
All right, so let's talk about this game in Buffalo. And we were talking with Dalton a lot about this, and you both can chime in here. But a game in Buffalo, certainly you know it well, Ted, from your time in New England. What is unique about a game in Buffalo, whether you're with the Bengals or the Patriots, whatever? What makes it so unique?
Well, I love playing in Buffalo. This will be my 9th time playing in Buffalo. I love the drive in because you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, upstate New York. You leave, Buffalo's kind of an older looking city, which I think is very beautiful. And then you drive through the forest for about 45 minutes and come upon a mass of humanity that Bill's Mafia. I'll tell you what, I love driving through with the buses there. It's quite a sight to see.
So Zac Taylor talks about intense conversations with certain players in the locker room, actually just one player, and he usually references one Ted Karras. Ted is a very intense guy. That's a great quality, by the way, Ted, okay? That's not a bad thing at all. What have you noticed about the intensity of Ted Karras, whether it's just a basic conversation about Skyline or you're in the throes of a game?
Yeah, Yeah, I would say, man, and I really do say this. I'll say it behind Ted's back. I'll say it in front of him. But he's just so dialed, man. You could tell he cares about what he's doing. It's not just Ted is one way when the media is around or one way when all you guys are watching, and then when we leave, he's a different guy. I mean, this dude's 100% Ted all the time. And what I respect about it, and I've only known the guy for 3 or 4 months, is how dialed he is and how he cares about the craft and what he's doing. It could be Cincy hats. It could be a conversation we're having at offensive line dinner. It could be us on Wednesday getting our runs for the week, making sure we know what we're supposed to do, or it could be on game day. And he's the same guy all the time. He's dialed. He cares about what he does. He's going to do it to the best of his ability. And I resonate a lot with that too, because there's some guys in this league that, yes, they're great and they put work forth, but at the same time, they don't have to give 100% at all times. They can get away with a few things with their 40-inch arms, and they bench press 225 50 times. That's not me. I don't speak for Ted, but I just respect guys that do the things that you can control as opposed to not control.
Yeah. But you guys are such nice guys, right? You have your foundations. You do so much for the community. And then when you get on the field, you have to be – I don't think you can be nice playing the position you play. Do you have to have like an alter ego on the field that you just tap into to play the position you play successfully?
I mean, I think some guys do. You're definitely, I don't know if you can, it's an alter ego, but you have to get yourself in the headspace to play an NFL football game. You know, I think about that all the time. It's, knock on wood, it's dangerous out there. So, you know, these guys are big. Pretty much everyone on the field is taller than me and heavier than me. So when I look across the line sometimes, I'm like, geez, are these guys the monsters? So I got to you got to get right, and you got to have, you know, a certain amount of intensity. I don't know if you need to you know, have a complete alter ego, but you definitely got to get in the headspace to play an NFL football game.
Okay, I want to ask you guys. This is very off the cuff, and if you don't have a good answer, it's cool. But everyone, you know, seems to have a unique story about Joe Burrow and what makes him great or unique or his drive. I know this is your first year here, Dalton, but do either one of you want to share a story? Ted, you can go first because you've been here longer, about Joe Burrow, and you had a moment where you thought that dude is different or unique or one of the most intense competitors I've seen.
I think a recent one, when we're at the turkey table, he grabs a pepper. I go, that's pretty Joey B. I thought that was very cool and unique that he grabbed a pepper off the table. And I got my turkey.
Yes, you did.
Was very proud of that moment, but it's really, really great to have Joe back. You can feel the elevated sense. Not that there was any slipping when he was gone, because we practice very well. I've said that all year, and we just have to put some of these things together to get some wins. But there is an elevated, heightened sense of, you could call it urgency or focus, even more so. You know, I felt very hyper-focused still, but when Nine's out there, man, you're going to be ready to go. Mm-hmm. Anything can happen, and, you know, he has such command of the offense, so you have to be everything. You got to dot your I's, cross your T's, and, you know, make everything right.
Dalton, do you have one by chance, a story?
You know, I think we were at lunch, and he had his meal prep, and he was pulling it out of his bag, and all of it was labeled. So he had all these different things he was eating, and I'm eating the food at the facility at this point, and Joe's got his special food. And he pulls out this little Tupperware, and there's a little note on it that says root vegetables, and it was just potatoes. And I looked at him and I'm like, is that like a really fancy way of saying potato? And he's like, yeah, I think it's just a fancy way of saying potato. So that doesn't really speak to, you know, how competitive he is and the type of person he is. But I just thought it was hilarious because I'm like, man, of course, it's not going to say potatoes. Joe Burrow eats root vegetables.
See, there is a mystique about Joe Burrow, which is kind of cool. Last thing I'll ask you is which one of you could pull off the coat thing that he was wearing on Thursday night?
Oh, the white coat?
I didn't see
the
it.
white coat with the collar. You didn't see it?
I saw the white coat. It reminded me of Joe Namath.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of too.
Hollywood Joe. How about that? Huh?
I mean, not in a football setting.
Yeah.
I actually get, you know, my Cincinnati team gets mad at me because I just wear Bengals stuff to the game.
Yes.
They want me to wear, I've dressed up once, and it was a nightmare game, so I'm never doing that again. So I just wear my team-issued stuff.
I love
Take a picture of me if you want.
Dalton's so locked in. He's like, I don't know what anyone was wearing.
Yeah.
We won.
Okay, last question of the segment before we go to break, and this goes back to, I guess it kind of builds on fashion and appearance.
Sure.
When's the last time either of you were clean-shaven? Because I've only seen you guys both in Cincinnati with a beard. Has it been a long time since you've been clean shaven?
I have not clean shaven my face since I grew my beard, which is senior year of high school.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been, I
12
don't know how
years?
long that's been. Yeah, 12 years. Nice job, man.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly that long. This guy, he knows a little bit too much about
he
me.
literally
I'm telling
knows
you, watch
everything
out.
about you.
Watch out, man. Ted?
I shaved coming back from my honeymoon 2018. Shaved it all off. We had played, we lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles.
Yep.
Had bachelor party Vegas, wedding, then Hawaii honeymoon. So I was like 285. I had to get right for spring ball. And I just felt my beard was dried out, so I went. I don't look as good.
Wow.
You look better with a beard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't shaved in weeks.
Yeah.
All right, Dalton and Ted, let's hear it for them, guys. Plenty more to come. Ask me anything on the way. Let's go inside Paycor Stadium. Joe D talking with the head coach.
We are with the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals coming off the Thanksgiving night win at Baltimore and now looking ahead to Buffalo. Let's start with the win at Baltimore. You've had a chance now to look at the tape. It was a complete team win. What stood out to you the most of what you liked about your team's performance?
Well, I thought defensively they did a great job keeping Lamar in the pocket as best we could, pressuring him, and creating a bunch of turnovers. And so that gave the offense short fields and a lot of momentum, and that was a critical part of the game.
All right, when you look at the defense, how encouraged are you by them stacking good performances now over multiple weeks?
They're starting to get a lot of confidence. You know, a lot of young guys there that are playing bigger roles than they had in the past, and so I think it's really good that plays into the whole team's confidence. And you know, we got to hit our stride right now. We got to play our best football.
People keep asking, what's different about the Bengals defense? Why are they performing so much better now as you get later into the year? What would be your answer to what's the secret behind what
Well,
the
we got a
defense
lot of
is
young
doing?
guys that are getting the most reps they've ever gotten, and they're getting them all at the same time. And so they're really starting to settle in and understand the scheme better and understand how to play next to each other better and not making repeat mistakes. You know, they made the mistake earlier in the season, and now they're not doing that. And so it's really encouraging to see and fun to watch.
All right, the big story was the quarterback is back. Joe Burrow was back after missing 9 weeks. He comes back and he throws the ball, I believe, 32 times in the first half, throws it more than 40 times in the game. It looked like you were comfortable with Joe being himself in his first game back.
Yeah, it was great. We tried to get him on the move early in the game on some nakeds, take some pressure off the pass game, and get the ball on the perimeter, some screens and things like that. So I thought he did a really good job managing it. When we did have to drop back, he was great in the pocket. Extended some plays, and I thought those guys protected really well for him.
You've said many times in here that he's one of the best players in the world, so there's nothing he does that surprises you. But coming off the injury, was there anything he did that you were curious about seeing in that game?
I thought he moved really well. You know, there was a play where he extended and ran for 2 yards on the far right sidelines, but just even that movement, I think, I can't speak for him, but it probably gave him confidence as well, you know, to actually do that in the game. He's been doing it on the practice field, he's doing it in the rehab. But to do it in the game is a whole different thing.
So people are trying to diagnose what they thought was his best throw of the game. People are saying the touchdown to Andre. Some people are saying the touchdown to Tanner, the deep ball to Jamar. When he got out of the pocket, hit Jamar on the 3rd and long. What was your favorite throw of Joe's?
I told him his sneaky best play of the game was when he didn't throw the screen on the perimeter and he ate it and shoveled it forward because it was going to be a pick six because the DB just jumped it. And so for him to pull that down and awkwardly get the ball to the back and salvage what was going to be a really bad play, I thought was his best play of the game. Maybe not his best throw, but certainly really heads-up play by him.
That is the ultimate coach answer, by the way, to say that. I expected that from you. But the throw to Andre, when he was able to feather it over and drop it right in the right spot before the safety could get there, is that what makes him special?
That is. It's a really impressive throw. He did a great job seeing the defense. He's seen that pressure look a ton and was ready for it, made the great adjustment. So that part is probably undervalued on how much up front happened there with Joe and the line and the tight ends in the back to protect it all, to allow him to hit that through route to Andre. But like you said, that throw to Tanner Hudson, he put that thing the only place he could possibly put it. That was impressive as well.
Okay, so people undervalue the fact that you went to Baltimore, who's a really difficult team to beat in their home stadium, without T. Higgins. And Joe had to rely on so many other players to make plays. I believe 9 different players caught passes, 4 tight ends caught passes. How important is it for the entire roster to chip in when you need to win a game like that?
It is, and that's just Joe. He's not going to force the ball to any one player. He's just going to go through his progressions and find the open guy, and he has a ton of trust in all the players we put out there. If we don't trust you, we're not putting you out there. Mm-hmm. And so those guys have all earned opportunities to be able to do that. And so it's not surprising when we have 9 different guys catch the ball because those are all guys we trust to do their job.
Before we rolled on this interview, you did a quick breakdown of some of the top plays of the game, and two guys you focused on defensively were Joseph Osai and Miles Murphy making plays. As the season has continued, those guys keep popping up as making plays. How excited are you for their production of what they've done here recently?
It's great. That's something we've really needed, is production even from just a four-man rush. And so we got some different pressure looks that have paid off for us, but those guys just to win some one-on-ones and a four-man rush has been critical as well.
Did you have a chance to see the team around the turkey table after the game?
I saw enough of it. I got a lot of texts after the game that if I hadn't seen it, I need to go back and watch it, and haven't fully done all that yet, but it seems like they had a great time.
But we talked about that in here, how important it was just to get a win, to get that feeling back. That's got to be important for a team to experience the reward of winning for everything they've done throughout the year to get that kind of moment.
It turned out to be a really good team building trip for us. We had a flight delay on Wednesday, got in late, guys handled it unbelievably. We were on the plane for a while, ate dinner at 1 in the morning, the day of the game, basically. And then the guys go out there, respond the way they did, and then have fun, around the set after the game. I thought it was really spectacular and fun to watch for a coach.
Our special guest tonight is Dalton Risner. Dalton came here and was thrown right into it and has really started to play good football. What are your thoughts on what Dalton has given this team?
Well, I don't hold the fact that he went to Kansas State against him as a Big A guy myself. But Dalton's just brought a lot of energy, a lot of veteran experience, has done a great job stepping in on moment's notice and giving us exactly what we need at the guard spots. And so really, really happy with Dalton.
Ask Me Anything. Sponsored by CareSource.
Here we go.
And welcome back to Bengals Now. Here we go. Next segment, one of my favorites. This is Ask Me Anything, when the audience gets to ask Cincinnati Bengals any question they want. Let's go to Gabby.
All right, hey guys, Alex is getting us started tonight. Go ahead with your question, Alex.
Well, first of all, it's great to be here. Who day, big win in Baltimore Thursday.
Who day.
Hey, Teddy K, so you blocked for Tom Brady. Now you're blocking for Joe Burrow. What's the biggest similarity you've seen between the two great quarterbacks?
I always say this. One of my deepest professional pleasures is watching NFL QBs spin the football, and both of them, I'd say, the two best deliverers of the football that I've ever seen.
All right, our guy Julian is up next. What's your question, Julian?
Hey guys, who's the hardest guy you've had to block?
Tough one.
I'll take you. I'll let you go first. You go first. Well, I think, the standard issue one, Aaron Donald, always a very unique player. A guy that I mention a lot, especially when I was like a rookie, second-year player, had to play against Ndamukong Suh a lot. And early on in my career, that was, it was hard to adjust to the NFL playing against guys who were so significantly stronger than you. But you learn quick and had some decent games, but he was really a stressful one all week.
For me, early on, it was Chris Jones with the Chiefs. Really good football player. Sometimes he picks and chooses plays on how hard to go, but had some sick moves, man, that in my first 4 years in Denver got me worried a little bit as well. Good player.
All right, Bengals Now legend Corey. Corey, go ahead.
How do you guys celebrate Joe Burrow's birthday?
All right, well, I got him a custom Catan board. I don't know if you've ever played the board game Catan, but he's gotten into it lately. He doesn't know that yet, so hopefully he doesn't. I don't know if he watches Fox 19, but that's what. I'll give it to him. It's December 10th. Same birthday as my dad, actually.
Outstanding.
Wow, let's go. Yeah. I'm going to roll with what Ted does,
That's
for sure.
Yeah.
Dalton, now the pressure's on for you to get a good
I know. I got to
birthday.
go get something for him.
All right, Valerie, with our last question of the night. Go ahead.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
I'll start for that one. What a great question. For me, it's definitely my faith. So I look to Jesus for pretty much everything in my life. I mean, I appreciate Jesus deserves that, not me. I could go deep into it, but I look to Jesus for all my inspiration.
My father.
I'm going to finish off with one more Ask Me Anything here, okay? Who do you guys think is the greatest lineman of all time?
Well, there's only one answer in this town.
Anthony
It's
Munoz.
Anthony Munoz, yeah.
It's Anthony Munoz.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're going to test your knowledge of offensive line and teammates who play the same position group as you guys. So we're going to see how well you know your teammates as we continue Bengals Now here on Fox 19. Now, as we go to break, another episode of Barrett Carter and his rookie roadmap with Reagan Holgate. They're going to Skyline this week. We're going to see how well Barrett Carter can make a cheese coney. Here's that.
Barrett's Rookie Roadmap.
You know, I'm hearing Skyline Chili is like a religion. I'm like really here.
This is just what everyone does in Cincinnati. The cheese coney is probably the most common. Most people get mustard and onion. So we layer it on.
Okay.
Then the chili fills the bun. The second most thing we're famous for is cheese.
Habanero, okay. I heard about that.
So what do you know about the three-way?
It has cheese on it.
Yep.
Some chili.
Yep.
Some spaghetti noodles.
Yep.
Is that it?
When you have the full ladle, you just get right down the center.
Wow.
Covers the whole thing.
I'm gonna start off with the three-way. Yeah, you got to get your carbs.
And flip up. Yep. There you
Okay.
go. Don't be afraid to pour it.
I'm so afraid to pour.
You're good. Keep going. The whole ladle goes on. You just made a three-way.
Ooh.
Ready it up a little bit.
Boom. Find the seam.
Slide it in. Use your thumb to kind of just press it in, just like that.
A mustard stick. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, there you go.
It's a little sloppy. You really got this technique down.
Yeah. Pull the rack away from you. Yep. There we go. That's 2 cheese pennies.
Okay.
So that's Skyline Chili for you.
It's an art, and I just don't have that art down yet. I'm scared. I know I'm gonna like it, but like I just heard so much about it. It's gonna be like a little appetizer.
Let me get a Cracker Bomb. Cheers.
It's a really good hot sauce. One of the best I've had. Have you tried Skyline? Like, what's your order from Skyline? I'm like, I haven't had it yet. And just the fact that I'm here, I'm live in the flesh, I'm learning about conies and ways and, you know, oyster crackers and hot sauce. Like, it's just, I'm just so honored to be here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There's so much cheese.
You're making a mess.
Yeah. Palate cleanser.
That is darn good. Overall, the cheese, the chili, you know, the mustard, the bun, the hot dog, all things considered, 10 out of 10.
Did you say that's bussin'?
Bussin'. I could probably down like 8 more. They used to call me hot dog growing up. I would just eat nothing but hot dogs. Today was a day where we're gonna venture out and try new things. This did not disappoint at all.
People of Cincinnati love that one.
I love the people of Cincinnati. Blew my expectations out the water. 10 out of 10. Actually, scratch that. 12
Wow!
out of 10. 12
That
out
is
of
the
10.
first 12 of the
12 out of
season
10.
on Barrett's Rookie Roadmap.
12.
Skyline, you did it. Barrett, you did it. You are now officially a Cincinnatian. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you guys ready?
All right, we are back here on Bengals Now, and it's time for, I guess this is kind of a new game, right? Joe came up with the name, not Gabby. Gabby might try to take credit. I just want to make sure.
I'm trying to take credit for anything.
Whose line is it anyway? Gabby with Dalton and Ted.
Okay, so it's offensive line night here on Bengals Now. So we're going to test your knowledge of Bengals offensive line history, some of your offensive line teammates. You're going to write your answers on your whiteboards. Ted, you're going to show it to that camera there. Dalton, you're going to show yours to that camera there, okay?
Yes.
All right. Ted, I mean, are you feeling confident? You look confident.
I always feel confident.
Okay,
yeah.
Dalton?
Yeah, I'm not feeling the same way.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll get ready to roll. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Question number 1. Which Bengals offensive lineman is nicknamed Zeus? This is good. This is an easy one to start. Okay, show your answers. All right, Orlando, 1-1. I gave you a gimme on that one. Yeah, you're showing it to that one. Dalton, you're showing it to that one. You're all good. Okay. Which Bengals offensive lineman had an undefeated wrestling record in high school? He was a guest on our show a few weeks ago. Okay, you do that quick. Dylan and Dylan. All right, 2-2. You guys know your teammates pretty well so far. How many total Super Bowl rings does the Bengals offensive line have? Between everybody, how many total Super Bowl rings does the offensive line have? Kind of. The offensive line room. Sure, yeah, everybody in the offensive line. I also could have maybe not have fact-checked this. Okay, Ted, let me see yours. Okay. 3, there you go. I did fact-check it. Yeah, Ted has 2, Orlando has 1.
Debating whether or not OB had.
Yeah, okay. Man, you guys are good. All right, which Bengals offensive lineman has 3 parents in the military. One of them is a step-parent. Man, you guys know your teammates really well. I'm impressed. Okay, let's see. Ted? Sure. Okay. Jalen? All right. 4-4. 1 question left before the break. We might need to find some tiebreakers, Jeremy Rao. Okay. Which Bengals offensive lineman was drafted by the Denver Broncos, played for the Minnesota Vikings, and is now a Cincinnati Bengal? Let me see. Yeah. Did we almost stump you on that one? Okay. All right, we're tied 5-5. 5 questions left after the break to see whose line is it anyway. We're all tied up. Part 2 coming up after the break. All right, we are back on Bengals Now. Part 2 of Whose Line Is It Anyway with Dalton Risner and Ted Karras. You guys are all tied up. 5-5. 5 questions to go. I think the questions in this part get a little harder. So here we go. All right. Number 6. The Bengals Ring of Honor has 3 offensive linemen in it. You're going to get 1 point for each that you can name. So there's 3 names. Ted just knows everything about Cincinnati and the Bengals and the offensive line. He's thinking, though. Okay.
I got 2.
Okay, hold on.
The third was a debate.
Okay. All right, Ted, read your answers. Munoz.
Johnson.
Okay, you got 2.
I went Munoz and Whitworth.
Okay, you got 1. It's
Is it Montoya?
Lapham, Munoz, and Willie Anderson.
Oh, Big Willie.
Okay, but Ted, you're up by a point now. You're up 7-6. All right, which Bengals offensive lineman drives a Rolls Royce? Okay. Dalton's got his. Ted, show your answer. Well, it could be, but I have Orlando Brown Jr. written down on mine because I asked him. So we have Orlando as the answer, so you guys both got it.
I think Cody has one too.
He very well could, but I asked Orlando this. Okay, so you guys both got that. Ted's still up by 1 point. All right, which 2 Bengals on the offensive line have never finished an NFL season with a losing record? An NFL season, never with a losing record. I had your friends on the offensive line give me some of these questions. You get a.
So it's 2?
There's 2 guys on the offensive line who have never had a losing record in the NFL.
But how many years have they played? Is there a minimum of years?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Never had a losing record.
Because we have
Well,
second. Okay, I'm being too much.
Okay.
Oh, I did not know Ted.
Nope. OBJ and Ted are my answers. Technically, Mims does.
Thank you. That's so true.
That counts. You know what's funny is Amarius gave me that question and he said OBJ and Ted and not himself. So you got the point. All right, but Ted's still up. Okay. What mixed martial art discipline did Scott Peters train in? Man, Ted, you're so quick to write your answers. Which mixed martial arts discipline did Scott Peters train in? It's a very specific MMA discipline. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ted, do you know it?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me try to spell it.
Okay. Show your answers. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's what Ted wrote. You had Jiu-Jitsu.
Give me 0.5.
Ted gets the point, Dalton. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Ted gets the point.
There's my
Okay. So Dalton's down by half a point now. Last question. Which Bengals offensive lineman fielded 2 kickoff returns for a total of 23 yards? They know the answer to this one. Okay. Lucas. Ted, you're our winner by half a point. Ted wins. Dalton, you came really close, though. You came really close.
I want to know, too, in 2 years of doing this, I haven't missed a question yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to have to find harder questions for you, Ted. All right, our last segment, Bengals Now, coming up. Dalton's going to play Pop-A-Shot against someone in the crowd. That's coming up next on Bengals Now.
Let's go.
And welcome back to Bengals Now. We are doing the final segment as a basketball pop-a-shot shoot-off. The agreed rules are that Dalton's going to go first, and then Calvin from our audience is going to see if he can match it. You can make it in either basket.
Yeah.
You get 30 seconds. We'll add up your points at the end to see who can win. And
Behind the
Austin,
shoe.
can you show the line there?
Yeah, Ted Karras took his shoe off to help
Literally.
out.
Get your own rebounds.
That's
Winner
right.
gets the shoe.
All right.
Is outstanding.
Get your own
you got to
rebound.
get your own rebound. Okay.
If
I'm down with
if
it.
Calvin wins, we're all going to take our shoes off and throw them.
Let's
okay?
go crazy.
All right. So 30 seconds on the clock. You're going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Oh.
Uh-oh.
And then you are on, Dalton. Okay. Here we go. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right. I think Dalton's got game.
Oh, he's got a little flip
Okay.
shot here.
We need some more noise here, everybody.
Come on.
Let's get like a clap going. Okay, Jeremy, can you hold my mic for a second?
Yeah, I got to see the clock.
It's
He's
not
only-
recording all of them. We're at 5 right now. We're at 5
He's
makes.
at 8
6
total
now.
points.
7, 8,
10 seconds
9.
left.
9 shots made.
3,
10.
2, 1. Time.
10 shots.
All right.
10 shots made.
All right. Okay.
10 shots made.
That's fine, but 18 is the number up there. Can you see that, Ted?
I'm just saying
Okay.
it was recording wrong.
All right. Are you
Okay.
Oh, do you want to do? You want to go to replay?
I was keeping score. The machine did not.
Okay.
Do you have a challenge
And?
flag? All right.
No, but
We're
I was
gonna-
keeping score. It's 10 shots
all right,
made.
10
So
shots
it's
made.
10 shots made.
10 shots made.
Sir,
18
please respect the
points.
line.
Okay.
It counts different at the end too.
You're the absolute best. Ted.
Okay, I'm gonna get this started. Geez, who has to edit the show? My goodness. All right. It might be me. We're gonna count down from 3. Okay, here we go. Calvin's ready.
All right, Team Calvin.
3,
Let's go, Calvin.
2,
1. All right, a little music for him.
Yeah, I'm feeling good for Dalton
One
here.
shot,
Unless you
man.
get hot, man. Let me get this wire out of your way. It doesn't matter how many
3,
points you score. Ted's keeping track.
4.
Okay, he's doing all right. All right, let's make some noise for Calvin,
Come
everybody.
on, Calvin, let's go.
Come on, Calvin.
Go.
6.
Here we go. He's got time.
Let me get
He's
this
got
ball for
time.
you here.
He's got time. Gotta have it.
7.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
All right.
Let's make some noise for Dalton, everybody.
Come on, come on.
I knew Dalton had game, and he proved it here on Bengals Now.
All right, get in here. Everyone get one big happy family. Come on, Ted. All right. And as we say goodbye, Calvin, thank you very much. What was your favorite part of the show, Ted? Go ahead. You can start.
The trivia.
The
And
trivia.
Yeah.
Being here with Dalton.
Okay.
Oh, that's wholesome.
Dalton, what was your favorite part of the show?
Being here with Ted, man, I got a lot of respect for him. I'm glad he asked me. I'm happy to be here. Let's go get a win in Buffalo, man.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the show was you guys being on the show. What do you got?
Can we finish with a who day from the crowd, everybody?
Who day?
Ted Karras, Dalton Risner on Bengals Now. We'll see you next week here on Fox 19 Now. Make noise, everybody.